Hey, hey, it is Wednesday. I know you feel blessed. I hope you feel refreshed. I'm back. I got another one. And today we are on day three of our book commentary. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had the mute on. I'm just talking and the mute was on, y'all. This morning has been a mess already. Thank you for joining me. Good morning, Mr. Terry. Thanks for putting the broadcast there. Good morning, praying couple. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Blessed and refreshed. Okay, TNT Family Show. Thanks for coming in. Good morning. Okay, so today we're going through chapters 9 through 12 of the book. The book is called Atomic Habits. It's by James Clear, and I obtained it on Audible. It took about 5 hours for it to read, and I've actually read it twice. So hopefully, if you're interested, it won't take much for you to get the book and maybe catch up at this point, or maybe even follow along. So, good morning, Ernesto. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for sharing, praying couple. I appreciate you. Good morning, Frugal Mama. Thank you for coming in. Uh, yeah. So, this is another self help book that um, it's actually in the Audible. James Clear is reading it. He's the author and he's the narrator. So, it's pretty cool. So, I'm just going to be going through a few sentences that come right out of each chapter and kind of talk about each one. Chapter 9 to start with is called The Role of Family and Friends in Shaping Your Habits. The culture we live in determines which behaviors are attractive to us. Okay, that makes sense. Because we talked yesterday, um, and it told us that the environment that we live in determines, um, that helps determine our habits as well. So that's interesting. It depends on our culture and it depends on our environment. We tend to adopt habits that are praised and approved by our culture because we have a strong desire to fit in and belong to the tribe. Mm, interesting. So we're taking on habits that's not even uh, what we're used to. Maybe even new rituals. All right. Good morning, Rudy. Thanks for coming in. We tend to imitate the habits of three social groups: the close family and friends, the many, the tribe, a family, and the powerful, those with status and prestige. Interesting. So we tend to imitate the habits of those three social groups. And we might not even know that we're doing it because we determined that a lot of these things are, a lot of these um, structures, a way of doing habits or breaking habits. It all depends on our surroundings, how we were raised. Um, yes, this is very interesting. I thought so too. I'm glad you think so. Good morning, Steve Gilmore. Thanks for coming in, my brother. So, the normal behavior of the tribe often overpowers the desired behavior of the individual. Mm. So, because it's a tribe and because it's a lot more people, their desires are um, outweighing those of one individual person. Most days, we'd rather be wrong with the crowd than be right by ourselves. Mm. So, because we want to feel like a part of a crowd, even if we feel like we don't, most of us do. Um, most days, you'd rather be wrong with the crowd than to be right by ourselves. Wow. Some of us maybe are scared to stand alone. At some point, I was. If a behavior can get us approval, respect, and praise, we find it attractive. That makes sense. Because we all, you- we all seek approval in some things. And if you're getting respect and praise all out of this one behavior, then of course you're going to find it attractive and continue to want to do it. But we did determine that um, that by this point in the book, chapter 9, that we've pretty much identified our bad habits and pretty much washed them away or tried to at least. So, um, so yeah, we are at this point. There's not too many bad habits that are left upon our belt if we made it this far in the book, because this author has helped us identify them and pick them apart and hopefully push them out by now. Chapter 10: How to find and fix the cause of your bad habits. Mm, there we go. Now we're really getting down to the core. There's 20 chapters in this book, and by chapter 10, I said 9, but 10 for sure, we should be able to identify our bad habits and fix them. The inversion of the second law of behavior change is make it unattractive. That makes sense. If it's a bad habit, of course it needs to be unattractive so we can stop wanting it. We can stop wanting to go back. Every behavior has a surface level craving and a deeper underlying motive. That makes sense. Every behavior has a surface level craving and a deeper underlying motive. That tells me that every behavior starts this way as at a certain level. Maybe it's just a little bit, but then as you go over time, because we determine that time is of the essence, then you're going to get deeper and you're going to realize that the motive behind the way that we've been acting is our habit. Hmm. Okay, let me look at the comments real quick. Trey Lachey, I'm getting ready for work listening. Okay, thanks for coming in. Good morning, good morning. Um, I'll be standing alone, Tim, as I watch them rally together. That's in real life. They gang against me though, but oh well. I feel you. I'm the same. I am definitely the same way. So yeah, I know what you mean, Dre Lachey, and I'm understanding now that it's expected because we're peculiar. We are peculiar. Is that the word? Peculiar. We definitely stand out like a sore thumb. But that's because we have the power of God in us and shining bright, shining very bright, all because of Him. Hold on, okay, my TV's frozen. All right, Mr. Terry says always Tam Tam is talking about one of the four agreements: domestication, conforming to what is expected in society. Yep, we did talk about the four agreements. That was the other book that we read. Thank you, Mr. Terry. Good morning, Mysterious. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Love you too, Drea. Thanks so much for coming in. Um, where was I? Okay. Your habits are modern day solution to ancient desires. Wow. Your habits are modern day solution to ancient desires. Hmm. So these are things that we've been desiring for a while? Interesting. The cause of your habits is actually the prediction that precedes them. The cause of your habits is actually the prediction that precedes them. So just because I thought of it being a habit or becoming a habit, it actually did. The prediction leads to a feeling. Hmm. And when we talked about the habit itself, we talked about the part it has to be cued, it has to be craved, uh, attractive, something else we said. The cause of your habits is actually the prediction that precedes them. The prediction leads to a feeling. Huh. It's got me reading it a couple times because I'm really trying to understand it myself. Interesting. All right. Highlight the benefits of avoiding a bad habit to make it seem unattractive. Okay. Highlight the benefits. So thinking about how much better off I'll be without this bad habit to make it seem unattractive. That makes sense. Whew. Excuse me. Habits are attractive when we associate them with positive feelings and unattractive when we associate them with negative feelings. That makes sense. Habits are attractive when we associate them with positive feelings. Create a motivation ritual by doing something you enjoy immediately before a difficult habit. Hmm. So they said a difficult habit, not a bad habit. That makes sense. All right. It looks like we are going into chapter 11 already. I'm definitely learning me something. Good morning, Miss B. Thanks for coming in. My little baby is up a little early, so I'm gonna try to talk over the. That is enough. I don't own any copyrights to anything that you might hear. So, good morning, Sissy. Thanks for coming in. Good morning, Miss B. We are peculiar people. That is what God said in His Word. Amen. Hey, Shay Love. Good morning. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Please learn to celebrate the victories and successes in your life. I know that's right. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right into chapter 11 because, yeah, we're moving right along. It doesn't take much. Um, I hope that you're enjoying this summary. Um, I'm trying to, bringing it to you. So I think it makes it even more fun. Okay. All right, so chapter 11. Walk slowly but never backward. The third law of behavior change is make it easy. Okay. The most effective form of learning is practice, not planning. That makes sense. And that's good to know because I'm a crazy planner. I like to try to have everything, planned in my day, which I know sometimes it's like that's crazy. You got to just go with the flow, but um yeah, I don't know. It just makes me feel more structured. The most effective form of learning is practice though, not planning. Okay. Focus on taking action, not being in motion. That makes sense. Focus on taking action, not being in motion. Not physically moving, but taking action in the next steps of whatever that is for you. Habit formation is the process by which a behavior becomes progressively more automatic than or through repetition. So we're forming habits because we are progressively um, we're progressively trying to learn this new habit, this new formation. And once it becomes repetition, then it becomes automatic. The amount of time you've been performing a bad habit is not as important as the number of times you have performed it. Amen. I like that. And that it's kind of reminding me of something that Mr. Terry would say. I'm sure you're going to tell me what it is, Mr. Terry. The amount of time you have been performing a habit is not as important as the number of times you have performed it. Wow. I'm like, what? It's really trying to confuse me. The amount of time. There again, time is the essence. It's not as important as how many times. Okay, that makes sense. Because again, they said that with repetition, our habits can either become better or worse. All right, let's see. Out walking the puppy. Good morning, 1B. Thanks for coming in. Good morning, Kelly. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see y'all. I only got one more chapter left. Um, it's going pretty fast, faster than I thought. But I started these lives at 6 a.m. this week just to give myself time and make sure that we can chat it up a little bit about the book as well. So I appreciate your feedback, and I'm interested to know if this sparks any interest for anyone to read the book. Always, Tim, you're doing a great job. You're a great instructor and teacher. Please keep going forward. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. 80% of life is not what happens, but how you react. I know that's right. Yeah. You must keep a positive mindset. Yes. Amen. Thank you for that. Yes, yes. It's definitely a challenge, but it's definitely obtainable and makes things so much easier when you just think it positively. All right. So I don't own any copyrights to anything you might hear. All right. So chapter 12, the law of least effort. The law of least effort. Okay. Human behavior follows the law of least effort. We will naturally gravitate towards the option that requires the least amount of work. That makes sense. And not on purpose. I mean, that's just how we're designed. That's just how we are. Some of us might say, no, give me that. I want for the challenge. That's cool too. Create an environment where doing the right thing is as easy as possible. Yeah, that makes sense. It should be. Doing the right thing should be easy. Sometimes it can get hard. It definitely can have its challenges. But yeah, reduce the friction associated with good behaviors. When friction is low, habits are easy. Wow. Reduce the friction associated with good behaviors. Hmm. Friction. I'm thinking friction as tension as a bad word, but I don't think friction is used as a bad word in this sentence. Let me see. When friction is low, habits are easy. Okay, yeah. So there should be no static. There should be no in between areas. It should be easy. That makes sense. Okay. Like I said, I'm trying to break this down with you. All right. Increase the friction associated with bad behaviors. When friction is high, habits are difficult. That makes sense. Increasing the confusion, the static, the friction for bad behaviors, then it's going to make it harder to do. And if it's harder to do, then we're not going to want to do it. Prime, I don't own copyrights to anything you might hear. Prime your environment to make future actions easier. Prime your environment. That means set your environment up for success to make future actions easier. So that things are already set up. They already have their place and you don't have to go and try to move things around or put things back every time you try to go do what you got to do. Okay. Good morning, RX Nails. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Mr. Terry says, be like a punter and kick away the negative, be like a running back and run towards the positive. Yes, I'm very interested. That is so good to hear. I'm so glad. And I'm taking suggestions. I'm taking viewers' choice. If you want to see me talk about a topic, if you want to see me go through a book, uh, I'm open for it. So please leave me a comment on any video, and I'll definitely get it and look into it. I especially enjoy self help books because I feel like I don't know. I feel like in the world that we're in today, a lot of us are moving so fast, and we don't necessarily think that the way that we're doing things or the way that we're living our life is the wrong way. But I'm realizing that a lot of things that I was doing innocently is actually hurting me and hindering me. So these self help books are really making me put myself, my life, in a new perspective and trying to better myself. So yeah, I'm really enjoying these self help books. And if you have any others that you want me to look into, please, please, please don't hesitate. We can do it together. All right, Do the Right Thing is more than a Spike Lee's movie. I know that's right. That was a good movie, wasn't it? All right, that part. You're welcome. Always good to see you. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. Thanks so much for coming in. Lisa J. All right. Yes, y'all. This has been phenomenal. It only took 25 minutes today. I'm guessing it's getting easier as we go through the book. But with this book being on Amazon, it only took 5 hours for it to read it to me. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Really getting down to the bottom of what these bad habits are for me has been the trickiest part. But uh, even wanting to identify what they are and wanting to try to figure out how to eliminate these bad habits have has been very challenging but rewarding as well. Um, and some and like we said a couple days ago that a lot of these bad habits are coming from an innocent place because we didn't even know that they're bad habits, that we're actually hurting ourselves. It could be our attitude, it could be our attitude, it could be our routine, it could be our uh our socializing with friends, it could be an actual thing, It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be shopping, it could be anything. Okay, so we're not gonna waste any more time. Y'all's favorite YouTube niece is over here turning up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. We got down to the bottom of uh, all the way down to chapter 12, and tomorrow we're gonna do 13 through 16, and then Friday we're gonna do 17 through 20. Because there's 20 chapters in this book. Um, Self-help books are good. Time management was helpful for me. Okay, time management. Yep. Um, those are all things that I'm still working on as well. Um, Time management, um, money management. Um, what else was it? There's another one. I just lost it. But yeah, um, yeah. As we continue to grow, I pray that we can continue to learn more about one another, but more importantly ourselves. And yeah, this has been phenomenal. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know you hear it all the time, not only from me, but probably everywhere you go. But that's just because you are awesome. You didn't have to be here, but you chose to, and you chose to stick around until the end. And I cannot be more excited. Most of you are here every single morning. Most of you pop in when you can. Most of you come right back on the replay, and you just don't have to. So ooh, I'm overjoyed. I'm overjoyed with you guys, and I really appreciate that. We all need that. All right, so let's go. Let's go have a good day, the best day. We're staying surrounded with our Kingdom Builders community, and we're going over to Frugal Mama next. And follow the crowd. Stay humble, stay encouraged, and stay you. That's it. That's all. As always, remember, be true to yourself. Because if you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. Bye bye.